I first saw How to Train Your Dragon when it was released in 2010. At that time, I was a kid and I didn't know how to criticize movies, so I thought it was good naturally. However, over the years, as I learned how to properly criticize a film and the sequel came out, I heard praise from critics for How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2. So when my mom played the first film for daycare kids one day, of course I wanted to sit down and watch it with them. How could I not with all the praise it's been getting? I thought that since I was older, I could find a lot more to like about the film than I did the first time around. However, all I got was 1 hour of annoyance, disappointment, and anger. I'm sorry, people, but I don't like How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, Amy! How dare you say you hate that movie? It's awesome and you're an idiot! Oh!
Get out.
Stupid idiot hating this stupid movie.
Look, if you like the movie...
You don't like How to Train Your Dragon? Out!
Look, if you like the movie, fine, I have nothing against that. I just don't get it. Why do so many people like this movie when there's so much working against it? Which is kind of a shame because it's such a good idea for a movie. Here it is. For 300 years, Vikings and dragons have been at a war in a village. One teenage boy named Hiccup wants to kill a dragon to impress other teenagers for some reason. So he decides to hit one with a projectile and is successful. However, nobody in the village believes him, so he decides to find the dragon himself and prove to the people of the village that he did hit it. However, when he finds the dragon, he discovers that they're not as bad as they think, and he trains it to be his pet. That is such a good setup for a movie. Unfortunately, the idea is, in my opinion, butchered in its execution. Although, I will admit, the creature designs of the dragons are pretty cool. They're creative, colorful, and unique. In my opinion, not the best creature designs out there, but they're still pretty good. And I think that's the only positive point I have for the movie. Oh boy. First, the script is lazy. It's forced and cliché. To be more specific on the forced moments, I'll just list them off. Hiccup has a love interest because Hiccup needs a love interest. Hiccup and Toothless have to get along so Hiccup can train Toothless because Hiccup and Toothless have to get along so Hiccup can train Toothless. Hiccup's dad has to have a change of heart and save Toothless because Hiccup's dad has to have a change of heart and save Toothless. You know, I feel that when the writer wrote the screenplay, he or she dropped the pencil, tried looking for it, but couldn't find it. So instead decided to use a crowbar to write the next few pages until he or she found the pencil again. But once again, they dropped the pencil and had to use the crowbar again and repeat for the amount of time it takes to write a screenplay and didn't edit it and just send it in a rough draft. Then there's the cliches. The hiding the pet cliché. The parent and the teenage son or daughter don't get along cliché. The main character is a loser who no one likes in the beginning but everybody likes in the end cliché, etc., etc. Now, cliches in the script wouldn't have been a problem for me, believe it or not, if the cliches were written in a new perspective so it feels more original, or the story and perspective are written so well that we don't care if the story is cliche, we want to see it play out. But here, that doesn't happen. There's no new perspective on the cliche, and based on the problems I stated with the script, I'm sure as heck not invested in the story. And I don't care about the characters either, so no, the cliches don't work. Speaking of the characters, they're bland. I don't remember their names or dialogue, and they're throwaway characters. You could cut most of them out of the movie and nothing about the plot would change. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that there's more than necessary emphasis on them. Maybe if these guys were more developed, I wouldn't mind, but they don't even come close to being developed. Also, does anyone else notice that Astrid's personality changes in the movie? At first, she's mean and hateful and gets jealous of Hiccup, but after she meets Toothless, she's nice and helpful. That's not character development, that's bullcrap. And finally, the thing that ticked me off the most, my biggest problem with the movie, the editing. Holy crap, the editing is terrible. Who edited this thing? A toddler who just learned what the process of editing is? The transitions between scenes are too fast and sudden. I never had enough time to catch my breath and admire what I just saw on screen, because we're already cutting to something else. Not only did the editing make me mad, but ruined the experience for me. I couldn't get into the story at all because I was constantly reminded that this was a fictional movie with fictional characters and settings. That's how badly handled the editing and transitions were. I'm sorry folks, but in the end, I give How to Train Your Dragon a 2 out of 10. Like I said, if you like it, fine, but I can't bring myself to do the same. That's all for me for today, so come by next time. Can't wait to see you there. EB out.
I'm sorry, Evie, but you must die now. I can't accept you having a different opinion than me.
Wow, thanks, Moses.
Oh, I was just stopping him so I could destroy you for having a different opinion than me. Ah!
Oh, look, the Pharaoh has your people again.
Where?
EB out. Also, does anyone else notice that Ash's bollocks?
I'm sorry, Evie, but you need to die now. I can't accept you having a different opinion than me. Ow.
I need to get an aim.
Alright, you need to come in sooner and just stand a little bit closer so you can actually whack me to death.